next, into the next, and so on. I've made some adjustments to the classic Form 4 techniques that I think you'll find work well against droids and other ranged attackers. Here, I'll show you. 1.
He's amazing.
3.
I've watched these recordings to help me with my own saber training.
5.
You should have seen him in person.
Again.
Anakin Skywalker. He was my master.
Pivot. 4.
Kanan said he was the greatest warrior the Jedi had in the Clone Wars.
He was powerful. Rarely lost a battle. But what surprised people was how kind he was. He cared deeply about his friends and looked out for them until the end.
Practice these exercises mindfully, and you'll see improvement. I promise.
Do you know what happened to him?
The last time I saw him, he was rushing off to save the Chancellor. Then everything changed. The war ended, and the Jedi were accused of treason. One by one, they were hunted down.
By the Inquisitors.
Or worse.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, guys, like when sitting here watching Rebels, sitting here seeing Ezra talking about how he watches Anakin's training videos, it just harkens back to the fact that there are many people who have never met Anakin, but definitely met Vader, right? Which is interesting in itself. But it's just one of those things, guys, where you just sit back and you think, you're like, man, like, there are a lot of people that didn't know Anakin, and there are plenty of people, specifically like Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, who are very close to Anakin every single day of the years that he spent before turning to the dark side, turning into Vader. And to have specific people like Ezra, you know, wondering, pondering, thinking like, what would it have been like to possibly be trained by Anakin, you know, to possibly stand next to him, hold a conversation before he turns to the dark side and, you know, ultimately become Vader. It's just one of those things, guys, that tremendously continues to just have me in awe of his character as a person within the light side of the Force and as well as the dark side, before ultimately, of course, returning back to the light side of the Force at the end of Return of the Jedi. This man, like, Anakin is such a great character. Of course, Vader is such a great character, right? And, you know, it's just a mixture of things that occur with these specific characters that you're like I said, you sit here and you're like, man, so many people didn't know Anakin, but they knew Vader. Or so many people knew Vader, but they didn't know Anakin. You know, just interesting stuff, guys. I love this stuff. I love Star Wars as always. The intricacies, the ins and outs. Just Star Wars is the greatest fictional world out of any, and I say that without any specific regret at all. But with that, guys, leave some comment section below. What did you all think of this video? What do you all think of the topic? Let's talk about some things, and remember, the Force will be with you always.